Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantal and today I'm going to be going over 5 more books to add to your Halloween TBR if you want to get spooked this October. I have them all here. I will be going through them rather fast like I always do in these videos because I like them quick, I like them fast. That's the way I like to watch them. If you like to watch them like that, then stick around. And I will be telling you some of my favorite books that I've been reading so that you can also be spooked this October. The first book I have is actually rather popular on BookTok, which I feel like is rather unusual for like spooky books because so often I feel like no one else is reading spooky books all year round, it's just me. But it's Pen Pal. I think you might have seen this cover before. Like, if you haven't, I would be surprised, honestly. So yeah, this is Pen Pal. It just says, in an attempt to make sense of his own mysterious and unsettling childhood memories, a man begins to reconstruct his past. Games and adventures of his youth become engulfed by a larger story. He finds that it forms a tapestry of unbelievable horror that he never could have expected. Each chapter completes a different piece of the puzzle for both you and the narrator, and by the end of it all, you will wish that you could forget what you never knew. This book, I had heard many good things about it before I finally picked it up. Like, I have been looking at this book for like 2 years, I think, before I finally bought it. And I will say it definitely does live up to the hype. It's very creepy, it's very atmospheric. I don't necessarily think it's not like typical horror. I feel like it's so realistic that is what makes it creepy, if that makes sense. I feel like this could happen to so many, like to anyone pretty much, and that is what scared me when I read it. And just the way that the author manages to set the scenes for these different like horrors, and it's not necessarily like cheap horror either. It's genuinely like this leaves you really unsettled, which is what I love in my horror books. And yeah, this definitely is not gory at all. I would say like check like maybe like the trigger warnings for it if you want to, because it does go into like just some things that could be triggering for people, so maybe look that up. But that, just a fair warning, that could also like technically spoil it a little bit for you. I don't know. I would just say like not necessarily proceed with caution because it's not that bad. Like, it generally isn't that spooky, but it can leave you feeling like a bit like iffy. Like, I don't know. I don't want to give any spoilers in this video. I never do. But this book, I think I rated it 3.5 stars or maybe 4. I'm not sure. That's just because I like my horror to be a bit more like gory and like over the top almost, and this is definitely not it. It's very subtle, very like atmospheric. Like, I feel like you can even see that from like the cover. Like, it's just so eerie. I love it though. I do really enjoy it, and I think I will keep this in my collection anyway. Even if I only rated it like not even like 4 stars, it's still very, very good. And if you're like into like slow, scary, like unnerving, uncomfortable horror, then this is definitely for you. The next book I have here is also more like a BookTok, booktube classic, I feel like. And it's Tender is the Flash. Now, this one is gory, okay? I will give you that much. It's very gory. It's kind of like uncomfortable. It is gory. It's like the ending of this book had me sitting there like in shock. I was like, what the hell just happened? Like, what did I just read? Like, just that whole thing left me shocked. Like, if this would ever happen in real life, like, count me out. I'm out. I don't want that. And it just says, if everyone was eating human meat, would you? So yes, kind of a listen. Marcos is in the business of slaughtering humans, only no one calls him that. He works with numbers, consignments, processing. One day he is giving a specimen at the finest quality. He leaves her tied up in an outhouse, a problem to be disposed of later. But she haunts Marcus. Her trembling body and watchful gaze seems to understand, and soon he becomes tortured by what has been lost and what might still be saved. This book is very uncomfortable. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I love like gore, like uncomfortable horror. I enjoyed it. But I would definitely say like check the trigger warnings for this, because the book is disgusting. It's disgusting. The people in this book fucking suck. They're awful people. The whole setting is so disturbing. Like, some humans are like counted as right for consumption and also like not seen as animals. Like, that whole system it's not correct, okay? That is very disturbing. When you start to think about that, like, it gets kind of in your head a little bit. I didn't like it. I mean, I liked it, but you know what I mean? I liked it, but it gave me the creeps, which is the point. It's the point to make you uncomfortable. That's the whole point of horror books. Like, it's supposed to make you uncomfortable. But this made me really uncomfortable. And yeah, still I read it. And you should too if you're into that. It's very creepy. If you want to be spooked, if you want to be freaked out, if you want to be grossed out, read this. The next book I have gave me massive Stranger Things vibes. Like, this is so good. I loved it. And just like, I just need you guys to see this cover, okay? Like, that is what drew me in. And I think it will draw you guys into. Look at that. Just take a moment to admire the beauty of this cover. Like, what the hell? What the hell? It's so good. Everyone thought Sam Bennett was gone forever. Growing up, Corey, Maz, and Sam were inseparable best friends, sharing their love for pop culture, Halloween, and arcade games. Now it's 1992 and Sam has been missing for 5 years. And Corey and Maz aren't speaking anymore. How could they be when Corey is sure Sam is dead? How could they be when Corey is sure Sam is dead? And Maz has got reason to believe he was kidnapped by a supernatural pinball machine. These days, all Maz wants to do is party and run away from his past. Meanwhile, Corey hides her abiding love of horror movies and her queer self under the bubblegum veneer of a high school queen bee. But then Sam returns, still 12 years old, while his best friends are now 17. What really happened the night he disappeared? And just because he's back, does that mean he's safe? To find answers, Corey, Maz, and Sam will need to reveal secrets they never told another then and now. And Sam's might be the darkest of all. Like, this book is so creepy. I love it. And just the cover it's just worth adding to your collection for the cover alone. But like I said, like, I think you can even tell from the cover. But if you love Stranger Things and you love like those kind of like mystery horror vibes, then this is definitely the book for you, I would say. Like, if you enjoy that series, especially like if you enjoy season 3 of Stranger Things in this book, you should read it. I promise. You should read it. You won't regret it. It's so good and it's so pretty. And I love how it has like this like chapter art. So cute. Speaking of books with like good covers, like this next one is also just like, I love it. Again, I love it. And this is Girls of Little Hope. Like, look at it. Like, it's like a milk carton with missing people. I bought this book for the cover as well. Sue me. I love buying a good book for a cover, especially if I buy it for the cover and then it turns out to be like a 5-star read that like makes me so happy, because yes, I judged it by the cover and it looks perfect. Sometimes it's not. Most of the time it is though, because even if the book sucks, at least it looks pretty. Sue me. So yeah, 3 girls went into the woods. Only 2 came back, covered in blood and with no memory of what happened. Being 15 is tough. Tougher when you're living or born in a small town like Little Hope, California. Population 8,302 in 1996. Donna, Ray, and Kat keep each other sane with the fervor of teen girl friendships. Sign making and some amateur sleuthing into the town's most enduring mysteries. A lost gold mine and why little Ronnie Gaskins burned his parents alive a decade ago. Their hunt will lead them to a hidden cave from which only 2 of them will return alive. Donna, the troublemaker, can't remember anything. Ray seems to be trying to escape her memories of what happened, while her close-minded religious family presses her for answers. And Kat, sweet wannabe writer Kat, who rebelled against her mom's beauty pageant dreams by getting fat. She is missing, dead or terribly traumatized, out there in the woods, alone. As the police circle and Kat's frantic mother, Mary Beth, starts doing some investigating of her own, Ray and Donna will have to return to the cave, where they discover a secret so shattering that no one who encounters it will ever be the same. Sounds so good, right? And it's so creepy. I will say this is some like body horror, so if you're not into that, then maybe don't read this book. But this book definitely is like, it's very good. I enjoyed it a lot. I think I rated it 4 or 5 stars. I don't remember. It's been a while since I read it. I think I read it like last year maybe already. So, you know, I don't remember. Sometimes I read books and then I forget when I read them. Oh, I don't remember. A while ago. Let's just keep it that way. But yeah, I think this book is definitely worth reading. It's very creepy, like I said. It's definitely a bit body horror. But there's also like, I like that in this book there are like other mysteries still involved in it. So it's not just like there's like another storyline going in between like a main storyline, which I feel like is very like, it makes you very like engaged in reading the book. I definitely think this is one of the better ones on this list. Like this one. I wasn't disappointed by it. It kind of exceeded my expectations, to be honest. Yeah. So pretty. I love how it like reflects. And last but not least on the list is definitely one that is more of a thriller, maybe a thriller horror. But it's The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, and this book left me like guessing till the very end. I love Riley Sager's books, like I love all of them. But this one is definitely one of my favorites. And it just left me like shocked when the whole plot twist happened. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And it just says, what lies beneath the surface will always remain hidden. Casey Fletcher has escaped to her family's lake house for peace and quiet to mourn her late husband. When a glamorous couple across the lake catches her attention, she is memorized. They're perfect, just like Casey and her husband used to be. But is anyone what they seem? Is Casey as perfect as he thinks? She has a detective sat at a kitchen table. She has a man bound and gagged upstairs. She is about to uncover a dark truth so life-changing that nothing will ever be the same again. The thing I love about Riley Sager's book is that there are so many little like small details going on, and you just never know how it's gonna end up. And this is definitely one of those books. Like if you like a thriller where you can't guess the end, think add this one to your TBR. Like you won't regret it. I promise you won't regret it. Like I rated 5 stars. I didn't want to put this down at all. So yeah, those are the 5 books I think you should add to your Halloween TBR. Let me know down below if you have any more books that you think I should add to my TBR or anyone else should add to the TBR. If you like this video, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!